So if you're the type of person that puts exceedingly high demands upon yourself or just can't do things good enough for you, you might want to stick around for this episode because we're going to talk about what it's like to be perfect. Coming up.
Get down.
Oh, what's up, YouTube? Hope y'all having a nice day. It's absolutely gorgeous out here today. A lot of people are back out on the beach acting like nothing happened after the hurricane that we had. Everybody's getting everything back into order, making sure everything's perfect. Speaking of which, you know, there's a lot of people that have a problem with perfectionism. You know, regardless of the reason, everything's got to have its place and its time and its position in life. And everybody gets all wrapped up and hung up in being absolutely correct about everything and don't allow themselves to make a mistake. But I gotta tell you, here's the problem that I have with perfectionism. I had a friend tell me a long time ago he used to be perfect and he never wanted to be that sick again. And one of the biggest reasons is, the truth of the matter is, none of us know what perfect looks like. You know, that's an illusion, or what I like to call a delusion. So here's the paradox in that. If you don't know what perfect looks like, then you go running off trying to be perfect. You look like a guinea pig in a cage running on that wheel. You ever see that? You know, they just run and never really get anywhere. I mean, they get a lot of exercise, sure, but as far as making any progress into doing anything, that doesn't happen. So the whole thing about that is that if you don't know what perfect looks like, how do you know you're not already? Well, I don't feel like I'm perfect. Well, first of all, here we go with those feelings again. And you know, just because you feel something doesn't mean it's true. I remember when I was a kid, I felt like the boogeyman was in my room. Wasn't there. We got to let our thinking get top priority in our living instead of our feelings, because we have been so conditioned to run off of feelings that we do things on autopilot. And if you really pay attention to what you say and what other people say, we use that word feeling so loosely, like, you know, I feel like I should do this, or I feel like an ice cream cone, or I feel like going to the beach. Well, ask yourself, is that really a feeling or is that a thought? And that's what we mistake a lot of times, feelings for thoughts. When we feel something first, we're definitely affected by it, but then we start running on the feeling instead of stepping back and thinking about something. So the truth of the matter is, I want you to think about this, because you know, there are 360 degrees to every situation in life, including a thought. So, you know, thinking you're not perfect is a matter of being conditioned to think that way. And it boils down to, once again, when we were brought up to feel as though we weren't thinking. Yeah, see, even I did it. Boils down to when we were brought up being told to think that we're not worthy or not deserving. So, you know, we try to do things perfectly, or we react the other way and just give up. But this one is for the perfectionists out there. I want you to look at the fact that, you know, just because someone told you that you're not perfect, that was their viewpoint and not yours. And I want you to consider the fact that, you know, once again, nothing in life is unidimensional. There's 360 ways to look at everything, including a thought. So start thinking of the fact that since you don't know what perfect looks like, you just might be already. imperfectly perfect. With all your bumps and bruises and your little pimples and warts and, your little mistakes that you make in life. And, what people think of you is none of your business. What you think of you is vital. So I'm going to really ask you to focus on that. And this goes for people that really don't find themselves to be that perfectionistic. Give yourself an opportunity to look at everything you do from a different perspective. If you beat yourself up with things that you do, look at it differently, because there's always different ways to look at things, and none of them are wrong. I mean, they're merely a matter of perception, and perception rules the way you think, and thinking rules the way you react or act, which causes a feeling that sets a framework for a memory that's stored in your brain. So, once again, stop being the guinea pig on the wheel. Start looking at yourself as the possibility. Give yourself the potential. Possibly, you could be perfect. And start working from that perspective. So until the next time we meet, I hope you subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and then the bell so you'll be notified when I have another video out. Also, you might want to comment down there what you do to help yourself to get out of that perfectionistic role if you practice a lot of this. Because a lot of times, what you say can help somebody else. It's very important that we help each other in that regard. So, my tools may not always work for everybody, and you just might come in handy. So give somebody else a chance to hear what you've got to say about them down in the comments section. So until we meet again, take good care of yourself. See you later. Bye-bye now.